Numéro 9, Hervé, la mise en œuvre. Vassifa Fofana. Le numéro 12, Bali Koulibaly. Le numéro 13,
well, folks, Cote d'Ivoire need to win this game. We need to win tomorrow as well, and then they need to win by decisive fashion.
Maintenant, place à l'hymne national de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Sorry about the technical problems, folks. Satellite problems. Hope to get that resolved, but here's the Cote d'Ivoire national anthem. Okay, well, everybody knows what the stakes are. They are about as important as they get for this team in white that is hosting this game, Cote d'Ivoire. Here are the results from earlier today. Senegal winning and also Nigeria winning, and here are the standings before tip-off. But basically what you need to remember is that Cameroon are sitting in the other group already with a 7-5 record. Everything is done and dusted for them. And Cote d'Ivoire, if they can finish 7-5, they've got a chance to beat them to the World Cup. The referees, Samer Abakil, Martin Horoso from Bulgaria, and Cherubin Leslie. For that to happen, to reach the World Cup, here's what has to happen. Cote d'Ivoire need to win by combined margin all their games by 65 or 66 points, and they were decisive winners yesterday, so they've got a really good shot. For Rwanda, well, playing for Vladimir Bozniak, they start as underdogs in this one, but they have had some moments. Kenny Gasana, keep an eye on him. He's in the starting lineup. Sayaka 6 as well is out there. And I'm looking forward to a good game. Here's Bosniak. Very good coach, very colorful. Seems to have good communication with his players. They seem to buy into what he wants to do. Paolo Povia, the coach of Cote d'Ivoire. Zerbo Pamba, Cabe, Traore, and Suleiman Diabate there, that's starting in the starting five. Vafesa Fofana, Gaetti, Mo Cone, and Brian Pamba. That is the starting five for them. Cone's been at this a long time, as has Diabate. Obviously, the key for this Cote d'Ivoire team is they've already beaten the team that was supposed to be their toughest opponent in this group, and the one that probably gave Cameroon ease their concerns. They knew that even though Cote d'Ivoire were at home, they would have to beat Nigeria if they wanted to at least equal the same record. And lo and behold, Cote d'Ivoire have done it. They did it yesterday, and it was a shocker. They won it 72-47. Excuse me, 72-46. So that meant a 26-point win. And remember, they need to win by a combined margin of 65 or 66 points, depending on how many points they score. If they score over 294 points, they need to have a combined margin of 66 points. If they score under 294, it's 66, excuse me, 65 if they score over 294. The bottom line is they need to they're going to have to get to about 65, 66 points combined wins. So first off, go out and win this game, win it as big as possible, and then get ready to play tomorrow and win that one as well.
Pass is there, we go there. 4, Dylan go to Adonis. Adonis goes down, Dylan out. When he's ball pass, Dylan dribble, hand off to his Olivier here, Kenny, and he has something out of that. Olivier, take somebody outside to his solid.
Allez, run now, basket, allez.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's time. Let's go.
Okay, well, it's exciting times here. Cote d'Ivoire playing at home in these very important games that will determine their World Cup fate. They come out and get wins, and decisive wins at that, they will book their place in the World Cup. They know it, Cameroon know it, everybody knows it. But the big thing is they've got to do it, and they can't think that just because Rwanda don't have the same pedigree as Nigeria that they're going to roll over. They've got to come out, and they've got to play their best. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Cote d'Ivoire. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup African Qualifier between Cote d'Ivoire and Rwanda. Cote d'Ivoire heavy favorites and trying to get to the World Cup. They need a win tonight and then a win tomorrow night. And it needs to be a decisive win. And they get a three-pointer, but I think it's after the shot clock. So frustrating start for Cote d'Ivoire and Diabate. Rwanda get it down low, then the ball bounces out, and three-pointers miss. Here's Eddie. Fofana gets it over to Pamba, now Diabate. Sana comes up with a steal, but then saving it inbounds was Cote d'Ivoire, and Cote gets the rebound now. Pamba's number 6. Actually, in the score sheet, he's number 5. I don't know if that has been picked up by anybody. Diabate goes in, he gets swatted. Looked like he had a layup. And Gasana misses. Three-point attempt, good! That might calm him down. Fofana. Professor Fofana, he is exciting to watch. Well, Bigwee gets the rebound, gets it back inside, and Dylan Schomer scores. He had missed the jump shot. Fofana down low to Mocone, can't quite get it, but is able to save it, but not before the second shot clock violation in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. Sagamba passes it, gets it back. Now he gets into the paint, puts it up, and draws the foul. I think it's on Diabate. So it was indeed on Suleiman Diabate. So Sagamba takes the first and rattles out. Sagamba converts the second opportunity, so we've got a tie game. Gayeti, and the rebound for Cote, misses with the putback, gets it back, goes up again and earns a trip to the free throw line. Rwanda have not tasted victory since July 1st when they won 92-79 over Uganda. Mocone makes the first one. He's played at a very high level in Europe, Mocone. And sinks both. 37 years of age. He's played in Spain, played in France. And the reach and the steal by Diabate. Oh, he faked the pass down and gives the pass. And excellent work by Fofana as well as Diabate. We saw some of the flair in Diabate's game that time down. Fofana goes to the line and makes his first attempt, 26 years of age. I'd like to say thanks to the music section there. It's nice hearing that in the background. So the 2 free throws make it a 7-3 lead now for Cote d'Ivoire. Rob Bigwe passes it over. Chalmer puts it up. Cote with the board. There's Diabate. Looks like he's going into Showtime mode. Puts it up. Alley-oop. It was there on a platter, but it wasn't flushed. Chalmer catches it before it goes out of bounds, but then the ball's fumbled away into the hands of Diabate. Pamba pulls up. So it was Mo Cote that tried to throw it down with 2 hands. Chalmer hands it off to Gasana. Chalmer gets it back. And Rob Bigwe puts it up and is fouled by Gaetti. Supposed to get the hand in the face, but not on the face. And it looked like that was on the face. Bosniak. He'll do that throughout. He'll be talking to his players. Rawa Bigwe told to tuck in his shirt. Second one's good. Now Diabate going up against Gasana. Fofana hands it off to Pamba. Now he gets it to Mo Cote. And Rawa Bigwe pushes and commits the foul. Rawa Bigwe seems to be having problems keeping his shirt tucked in. And Bosniak says, let's just come over here and sort that out so we can play the game. Coming in instead, there is Garrett for Rwanda. And now the ball's turned over. So the charge gives the ball back to Rwanda. And Gasana inbounds it, and here we go again. Ball taken away by Cote. Pamba gets inside, passes it back to Diabate. Into the corner to Gaetti. Couldn't hold on. Little jump hook by Garrett. Nope. Bringing it forward for Uganda. For Rwanda that time was Pathide Uze. And now it goes in, and the dog from Darius Garrett. Hello, I've arrived, he says. So timeout on the floor.
Depuis là, panier marqué, lance franc marqué, lance franc marqué, 0. Ok, 0, presse. On a besoin de décrocher, de changer de rythme. Ok, donc c'est pas dit qu'on va le faire tout le match, mais on a besoin de se réveiller. Ok, maintenant ça commence à passer le temps. Hein. Hey,
The defense, we are meant to make yet. Be ready, later on. I will take that on to move to the zone, okay? Let's go, guys. Shots!
That's good.
Back to live action, and Cote d'Ivoire now. And just a needless turnover. Ball just kind of, Cone just wasn't able to even hold on to it. Gasana. Diabate pressuring him. Gasana puts it up. Quick pass over to Eddie. Euro step. It's good. And he'll go to the line for three-point play. Good looking shot from Gayetti, and Cote d'Ivoire now up by 4. And the ball turned over. Eddie again drives in, forces it up, but they get it back. Fana, now Gayetti lets his man run past, misses badly. He's hit 1 3, but he wasn't close on that one. But here comes Diabate, hands it back, and this time Mokone doesn't drop it. He throws it down. Diabate is just sensational at times, and you know, he makes the right play. He could have gone up himself, but he saw Mokone coming from behind, and he just said, here you go, big fella. Go up and dunk it. Bosniak calling the timeout, taking his team to task.
Okay, pay attention. Olivier, always come back to help for all of this. Okay, let's try. Always come to help. Let's go zone. Darius, you're in the middle. Olivier.
Ouais, mais justement, mais en tout cas, il reste pas là. Ok, reste pas en dessous de la balle. Ok, ici, ça sert à rien. Ok, donc en tout cas, là, mais jamais ici. Ok? Derrière, dès que la balle ressort, maintenant, ils vont faire toute attention. Dès que la balle ressort, on va en match-up.
Three-point attempt. Eddie rebounds it and gives it back to Souleymane Diabate. Cote goes down, fouled by Garrett. I don't know if he must have gotten hooked a little bit there. So Cote will take it. He'll go to the free throw line. Referees can listen to the players, but they've got to call what they see. Continues to struggle a little bit, misses both free throws, but another turnover just after Bosniak told him to take better care of the ball. Eddie, again, offensive rebound. They get it to Diabate. The lead grows to 14-6 now. And those concerns no doubt being felt in Cameroon, but at least Rwanda answer quickly this time. Basket by Ndizai, and now the turnover. Ndizai has it. Bounce pass. Garrett puts it up. Cote d'Ivoire wanting a traveling call. Now to Cote, goes up. Oh, Cote having a hard time holding onto the ball. His hands are wet. They must be. Cote heads over to the bench to wipe his hands off. Gassana. Back to Gassana. Gassana can't get it going either. He's got to be a scorer for them. Hasn't scored yet, and they break and they score. Fofana. So back up to 6. So bear in mind right now they're at plus 32 in their margin of their opponents that they have to win this week. Now plus 29 after that Ndizai three-pointer. So this might not be as easy as some of us think it was going to be. Rwanda's coming out and making things a little bit awkward, although Cote d'Ivoire have been their own worst enemy with some of their opportunities. Not cashing in. Fofana for 3. And blocked from behind. Gassana, but gets it back. Diabate, no look. And the basket by Fofana. Wouldn't be surprised if they got another look here. That's the 4th foul in the quarter. No look from Diabate to Fofana for that last layup. Look at that. Kept it coming in. Design he's brought a little bit of offense from the bench. He's got 6 points. 7 now. He's back to a 3-point game, 8.7 seconds. Here to go in this quarter. Hagomentari is coming into the game for Gasana. Diabate pulls up. And that's how it finishes at the end of the quarter. 3-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire, well, it could be a much bigger lead, really, but they've missed some opportunities, and as you can see, the 1 of 5 from deep, the 5 of 10 inside the arc. You know, Cote, unfortunately for him, seems like he's had an issue with his hands getting wet and being able to hold on to the ball. That was the 3-pointer from Ed. Well, Fofana's hit that 3-pointer there. Some are scored for Rwanda, but they've been able to keep it close. They're already out of contention for the World Cup. That was a nice behind-the-back pass to Garrett. Cote d'Ivoire, meanwhile, they've got to win tonight and tomorrow, and their margins of victory, including their victory last night of 26 points over Nigeria, need to add up to, I think it's 65 or 66 points. So otherwise it'll be Cameroon that beats them to that best third place team that will qualify for the World Cup. Oh, coming right out and putting up the 3-pointer was Rwanda. Big Zerbo's checked into the game for Cote d'Ivoire. That was Hagomentari who missed it. And now Zerbo picks up a foul. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Pamba that picked up the foul. Talking about Zerbo, yesterday had quite a good game. Well, it was Eddie who actually had 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Zerbo did not, excuse me, he had no points and a turnover. So Eddie is the man with the plan right now. Swing it, Diabate. Ajehi scores and gets his first 2 points of the game. He's got 6 points, 2 points. Ajehi. Soft touch, nice finish for Kami Kabange. Eddie gets in, traveled. Yeah, just kind of stumbled right there at the end. Now double dribble is the call on Ndizai. Yep. Yep, there was no doubt about that double dribble. Diabate's pass to Ajayi. Anyway, ends up with Gaetti. It's the three-pointer. And fumbling the ball away gives another chance to run. Here comes Cote d'Ivoire. Diabate is going to put it up this time for three off the far side of the rim. Good pump fake. Nope, he traveled. So Shayaka back in the game and walks. Look at this. Yep. Certainly looked awkward. The ball goes through Ajayi's hands. But now the pass goes off of Diabate. Cabe has it. Pamba. It's good. Another three-pointer. And Cote d'Ivoire showing signs of starting to stretch their lead, which they have to do. Offensive rebound, and then Zerbo flings his left arm and catches the Rwanda player. Yep. He caught him with his hand first and then he flung it. So Horzov telling him, the Bulgarian referee, what is and isn't allowed. And if he kind of throws the elbow again, he's going to get a technical. Although he could have been telling him also, you know, if he's remonstrating, he could give him a technical for that. Complaining too much. And three-pointer no good for Sagamba. Diabate. Ajayi back to Diabate. Diabate gets into the corner. Cabe's pass goes out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cabe has it, goes right. Out to Fofana. Over to Pamba. It's on line, but way long. Pamba gets back. And good follow, tough. Put back by number 14, Kami Kabange. Gabe hits the three-pointer. Rwanda answer with a mid-range jumper. It's Gamba. Ajayi turns, draws the foul. Pretty decent defense. Big Zerbo goes out, and number 9, Herve Lamizana, checks in with a very distinctive look, that white headband that goes really down low to his eyes almost. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Players look up and see that. That helps them. They know the crowd's behind them. Schamer back into the game. And another turnover. It's been a real problem for Rwanda today. In this first half, 10 turnovers now. Cote d'Ivoire points coming off those turnovers. Ajayi back outside to Cave. He's hit one. Pamba. Traveling. Shigama hands it off. Schamer goes into the backcourt to pick up the ball. Well, both teams really struggling to hold on to the ball in this game. Mizana getting on top of the Rwanda player to tie him up. That was Cabe's three-pointer that he hit. Lamizana played his college basketball at Rutgers in New Jersey. He's now 38 years of age. One of the elder statesmen here. So the foul has put Rwanda back on the free throw line, and it's Sagamba once again. Game seems to stop a lot. Can't really get into a flow. Second one is good. Question is, can this Cote d'Ivoire team start to pour in some more points, because tomorrow their opponents are going to be Mali. Well, you know, that's potentially a big win as well. You just don't know. It's so difficult to know in Africa. If you're convinced you're going to come out and get a big win, I would have considered this game that they would have already been up by a bigger number. Pamba, well, that's working. Pamba's working, and he likes that spot on the wing. Actually, it was Cabe apparently who hit that three. Sorry, I thought it was Pamba. Timeout, Rwanda.
Versus zone or any skip pass. Don't, like Cedar, jump so I cannot intercept, then you run. He already get about his own shooting. Then he's a skip, you run. So it there, yes. Okay. Last try, we didn't do shit.
Je pousse la défense et on donne la balle à l'intérieur, ok? On augmente con la pression défensive, on reste 0-0, lance franc marqué et on coupe toutes les lignes. Et attention au backdoor. On ne prend pas des paniers bêtes au backdoor parce qu'on est agressif, hein? Ok? Allez les gars, ensemble, hein? Ensemble.
On continue.
Non, pas.
So Gayeti inbounds it. It's 11-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. Fofana gets it back over to Gayeti. No, he doesn't get it. Rwanda batted away, and it triggers a break. Gayeti battles, and in the end, it's Rwanda's number 14, Kami Kabange, who puts it up and in. No look pass. Oh, they love it. They love it. Ajehi dunks it. But it was the 38-year-old Lamizana. Look at this. A little bit of showtime from the headband-wearing Lamizana. The veteran. But the quick answer has been delivered by Stephen Hagumen Twari. No look pass, Lamizana, and the answer is good again from Pamba. Well, going the other way, and oh, and the finish is there by Pamba, who is just wreaking havoc all of a sudden. I'm just wondering if there might be some confusion with the stats. Because not only, okay, Pamba's number on his jersey is number 6, but in the official stats, just looking at him, it says he's number 5. And then looking at the updated stats, it says Cote has 11 points and Pamba has just 3. So that's not right. Well, looking much better now for Cote d'Ivoire, not just the lead, but the fact that they're leading by 15. Garrett went up, tried to fling it up, and Pamba lost it. Garrett bulls his way inside, misses, and Pamba couldn't hold on under pressure. Coming back in the game. Hopefully, for his sake, he's been able to have a towel. That time, Garrett goes up and gets rejected. But Guy Eddie tries to make a pass and loses it. And it's a 4-on-1 break. And Rwanda still failed to complete it, with Indesai missing the layup. Eddie, his pass again intercepted. Game very sloppy right now. Son, entry pass, ball. Garrett's leg, he kind of slipped and his foot was out of bounds. Technical foul has been called on Garrett. Oh. Needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get ejected. Well, the referee made the right call there. He just kind of slipped and his foot went out of bounds. See, he can't even stand up because it's so wet. Now watch him. He has words. He says it's like 4 times such and such. So gets a little bit of love from the rim there for Fana. Pass down low. Shot is good from Ajayi. So it's an 18-point lead. So they're plus 56 on the margin right now as they chase that huge combined margin that they're going to need to get to the World Cup. This shot, 22.8 seconds to go. here in the first half, and Cote still having issues about his hands being wet. Cote d'Ivoire calling the timeout here to try to draw up something and to get that lead up. They need to get their combined margin of victory of the 3 games that they have to win up to 65, 66 points.
On gagne un second après pour ta guerre. D'accord? Comme d'hab. Remise comme d'hab. OK? Si après on s'embête.
Stop, okay. Steal the ball. Get down. Turn your ass to the hook. And watch over the shoulder where he is. That means you. Tries to make you one side again. One side. Let's go. Let's go. Rwanda. Awesome.
Well, if this game goes as you think, I wouldn't be surprised if they had 2 shots to end the half. Cote d'Ivoire. There they are. Pamba, Ajehi, pump fake again, then finally goes up and gets it to go. Now let's see if they can force another turnover. Nope, they get it. Rwanda, they're going to shoot it. Good, right at the break. Good play by Ndazai. So at halftime, it's 47-29. Cote d'Ivoire on top of Rwanda. And things start to look a little more promising for this national team as it tries to reach the World Cup. So 47-29, Cote d'Ivoire, 6 threes have fallen. That has been huge, especially when you consider they're up 18 points. Now rebounding Rwanda. The turnovers have been a problem really for both teams, especially Cote d'Ivoire, although I think they've actually capitalized more in the scoring department in that sense. So take a quick look at it. They've got 13 points off turnovers, whereas Rwanda have just 8. So we're at halftime. We'll be right back for the start of the second half. 42-27, Cote d'Ivoire on top of Rwanda at halftime of this Group F game in the FIBA Basketball World Cup African Qualifiers. And I'll just repeat it because really this is the crucial bit of information that you need to know. This game, while Rwanda are playing for pride and trying to be professional as well because they need to give their best effort because the likes of Cameroon will be impacted. Rwanda also want to keep making strides in international basketball. The reality is the game is most important to Cote d'Ivoire, well, equally to Cameroon. Cote d'Ivoire have a chance to get to the World Cup, but what they have to do this weekend is win all 3 games, and if they do that, they've got a chance to beat Cameroon to the best 3rd place team in the second round. So, Cameroon have already finished. They're 7-5 in Group E. And if Cote d'Ivoire win tonight and then tomorrow, and tomorrow, just as a reminder, they will play Mali. So if they win those 2 games and they win them by a combined margin of 65 points or 66 points, depending on the number of points scored, they need to get 65 if they score over 294 combined points, or 66 points if they score under 294. If they do that, they will leapfrog, or they will get that right to play at the World Cup instead of Cameroon. And what has set them up for this is the fact that yesterday, or last night, they showed up here and just really laid the wood to Nigeria in a game that was shocking, really. Nigeria might be missing some familiar faces, but nevertheless, to see them lose by 26 points, I think caught everybody by surprise. And Nigeria was sort of that team that Cameroon would have looked at to say, hey, well, listen, you know, we should feel good about our chances because Cote d'Ivoire might be favorites against Mali and Rwanda, but they're going to have a tough time against Nigeria, when in fact they did not. They came out and they really turned it on and won convincingly. So that has set them up nicely, and now the fact is they are really in pole position to get to the World Cup with a 15-point lead. So that 15 points added to the plus 26 equals plus 41. So, you know, they need to keep building that lead in this game against Rwanda, and certainly Rwanda fans hope that won't be the case, and certainly Cameroon fans also will be hoping that perhaps Rwanda, if they lose, at least they can make the game closer and make it a very difficult task against Mali. So good evening, folks. Welcome back. If you've been to the kitchen or been out to get some food or been out to walk the dog or perhaps let the cat in, the second half is underway, and Pamba, who's been really the most reliable scorer for this Cote d'Ivoire team, comes right out and strokes a jump shot. So excuse me, it wasn't a 15-point lead, it was a 18-point lead. And now it's 49-29. So Mokone comes down with the rebound and hands it off to Suleiman Diabate. Oh, beautiful drive by Fofana, but he doesn't finish. And Pamba stepped in front of Haguman Touare and picked up the foul. Didn't really try to play the ball there. Drive, and the shot is missed. And now that was Haguman Touare who missed that. Eddie Gasana, who's done very little offensively in terms of scoring. In fact, he hasn't scored at all, which is you wouldn't expect the player of his pedigree to be scoreless. And Chalmer flies in and scores, banks it in. Good spin from Mokone. Nice move, Mokone. Pamba behind the back pass to Cone. Eddie chases the ball, but can't save it. And Rwanda answer with a bucket. Rwanda Bigwe goes to 3 points in the game. Diabate now. Fofana, good. They're really knocking them in, aren't they? The three-point shot has been kind to Cote d'Ivoire. Six of 15 now from three-point range. And Mokone goes up and scores. Stepping into it, Diabate misses. Ball turned over. Good job by Fofana to get it. Diabate. Pamba on line, but a little bit short. And the handoff, and Kabange puts it up and in. Cote goes up, denied, gets it back up and in. Always looks down at his hands like he's got moisture, sweat. Going up with the left hand. Oh, that was a beautiful finish by Jean-Jacques. Shozo Shobaz Wab Yosen Numuk Iza. The man with the longest name in the African qualifiers without question. Now the steal. And here he is again, hands it off, and Gasana lays it up and in. It's back to an 18-point game. Pamba has it taken away again. In fact, he just kind of loses it. And fortunately for Cote d'Ivoire, Rwanda don't take advantage. Off Fofana, beautiful drive. He'll go to the line for an and one. Look at Cote and Kabange banging. Cote having words, and Borazov, the Bulgarian referee, tells him to just let him watch the game and make the calls. Fana bends his knees and sinks it. He was having kind of testy words as well with Gaetti. Don't know what that was about. Going up and fumbling the ball away. And Cabe misses. And Diabate went up and fouled Gasana. Two makes a 20-point lead. Gasana just 3 points today. Gasana came in leading the team in scoring at 13 points per game. Good block from Fofana. Gaetti. Gaetti has it again, goes up. Good rejection from Fofana. Gaetti had a spell with Gonzaga, didn't he, in America? College basketball. And he checks out of the game, and Pamba comes back in. Walking is the call. Well, nothing has happened in this quarter, which suggests that this team is not going to go on and have a big game, have a big win. Long three is good from Cave. "24 points the advantage." Add that to the 26 and are now plus 50. And Desai answers. Oh, beautiful move. Finished by Diabate. Rwanda come back and answer. Kabange. Ajayi goes up, falls down, gets the ball back. Ooh, well, that was a hard fall on his backside. Final minute of the third quarter. And Desai in the lane. Diabate calls the play the last several seconds. He's going to go. Then he fumbles it away. And then I think, is it a kick that they've called? And the Bulgarian referee is going to go and dry off the basketball. He's going to just change basketballs, hoping that one dries off, because he might have to do this again sooner rather than later. And they do not get it off in time. It was a good try. So Cote d'Ivoire in command at the end of 3 quarters. And the big question now is how much can they open up this lead as they try to get to the World Cup.
World. The FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
Three quarters in, and Cote d'Ivoire have 7 threes, just 1 for Rwanda. Both teams have 17 makes inside the arc, and Cote d'Ivoire with 4 more makes at the free throw line. But it's that three-point shooting which has really helped them open up a big lead and just take command in this game. The miss and the rebound for Rwanda as we start here in the second half, the 4th quarter. Schamer back in, little jump hook. Amizana hands it off. Cote steps into another one. Well, that's what he's done offensively. He's just sat out there and knocked in 3-pointers. Another miss and another chance to run as Cote into to the right to Pamba. Amizana misses. Yesterday when they played Nigeria, the 3-point shot for Cote d'Ivoire was also one of their big weapons. They had 10 threes from 24 attempts, 41.7%. And Nigeria were just 1 of 22. So either their defense against the 3-point shot is very good, or their opponents just can't shoot them. And I think it's maybe a mixture of both, really, on this occasion. Nice job getting inside into Zai. Because Nigeria did not shoot it well from three-point range either earlier today. Although they still rolled to a big win over Central African Republic, which eliminated Central African Republic from contention for the World Cup. Diabate, oh, is that a crossover we saw? You hear the crowd appreciated that move. Jump shot no good. Sharma with the board though. Oh, a big wee goes up and gets blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. They travel. So anyway, it's possession for Cote d'Ivoire. They just lost the ball when it went up. Fell out of bounds. Another three. Boy, what a weapon. You better get a hand in the face of these shooters for Cote d'Ivoire. Because if they're left open, they are knocking them down. (72-46). That was the result of yesterday's game. So right now they're up 26. They're up plus 54. Fumbles the ball, picks it up, puts it up and misses. Gayedi goes to his right. Cote steps inside this time. Gayedi keeps it alive. Oh, call for a travel. I thought they were going to call a jump ball. Good D's from Cote, takes it away, he's gonna go in, and he was fouled from behind. Well, we did get a lot of ball there. Uize, Platide Uize. Okay, but off target with that first one. You just don't know how many points. You know, first of all, they got to win tomorrow. You expect them to win against Mali, but then you don't know how many points they're going to win by tomorrow. So it's still open-ended, but I have to say right now, it must not be a very good feeling for Cameroon seeing this Cote d'Ivoire team do what they do. And if you remember those celebrations from Cameroon after they went to 7-5 at the end of the last window, you now know that maybe that was premature. And I was thinking in the build-up, you know, this was going to be Cameroon definitely going to the World Cup. But the way it's looking right now, Cote d'Ivoire putting themselves in position to go into tomorrow with a great chance of possibly even just getting a win. And that would be enough because they've already got a tremendous combined margin of plus 52. I think I said plus 54 a minute ago. It's actually plus 52 right now. Yeah, that was Pamba. Foul called on Bigby. Bigby, and he's going to exit the game now, and Kabanga's going to come in. Pamba bends his knees, and just like Eddie, he's been shooting it well from three-point range, but he goes to the line and misses the free throw. Bigby, meanwhile, has 4 fouls. Well, if there's anything that gives a team hope like Cameroon, it'll be missed free throws. And I suppose they'd like to see this Rwanda team win this fourth quarter, try to make it a little more difficult for Cote d'Ivoire heading into tomorrow. Rwanda called timeout, just under 6 minutes remaining.
Dylan, Wilson, and another guy would be Steve. When we play, when we score or we miss, we extend the line. Steve is here. Wilson, who can steal the ball, is here.
Ok? On rentre dans la même chose. Puis encore, bon, lui qui revient, comme d'hab. Ok? Et qui fait la remise? Screen to screener. Ok, vous vous rappelez? On n'est jamais arrivé au screen to screener. Ok? Screen to screener et on joue top pick. Et on lâche pas, c'est tout. On s'en fiche de ce qui se passe. On lâche pas.
Nous saluons comme ça l'équipe XCC à Lyon, Côte d'Ivoire, le président de la salle.
Kayeti, his play starts again. So right now, 9 of 25 from three-point range. Our Cote d'Ivoire. Oh, beautiful drive, and the basket is good. Hagum and Twari, great job. And you know, the Cameroon fans watching will be cheering for that one. Back to 72-49. K brother. Inside into the corner now. Pamba, good! Another three. For some reason, the official stats that I've got say he's just 2 of 3 from the floor. Anyway, they've got him for the wrong number as well. Rwanda with a get back on defense. Rwanda got Kabange with the basket, but then another quick strike from Cote d'Ivoire. Ajehi. There's Cabe. Not able to pick it up. Yes, he does in the end. He throws it 2 hands. Ajehi chases it down, but it goes out of bounds. Some long looks on the faces of the Rwanda fans. So timeout on the floor.
You are here. Point guard Wilson is here. Steve, get the ball here. Emil is here, and here is a Dylan. Cabby, how many times I have to say you do this? So, Dylan, you fake and you go here to the middle. Steve, you are taking the ball, you are 2. Emil, you fake, you go here.
Faisons attention à ce qui se passe derrière. Pas qu'on coupe les lignes, après on prend un panier en dessous. OK?
On compte, baby,
Là,
on compte.
la seule chose qu'il faut avoir, c'est là, c'est le moment. Là, c'est le moment. Là. OK? Pas de moment. Faut pas donner.
Back to live action. You can see the frustration with Bosniak. A little bit like, come on, I've told you this several times, we've got to do it the right way if we're going to be effective. We're going to win. We've got to do it how I draw it up. First free throw is good. So that free throw was awarded for the technical that was called on Brian Pamba, excuse me. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Ajehi Oda Diabate. Fofana. Jump shot. Here's Eddie. Open floor. Gets it back to Diabate. Swing it to Cote. Well, it takes 3 bounces off the rim, but stays out. Pass inside and back out. Off 1 foot. And Guy, Eddie passes to Cote. Well, they're going to consult. Okay, so they're going to say it's Cote d'Ivoire ball. Look at this. Cote. Diabate with a 3. 28 points is the lead. Oh, nice dump, but the finish wasn't there for Kabange. And the offensive rebound and putback is there by Hagumintware. 8 points for him now. There's a quick 3 by Diabate. And the dump again. Oh, that's almost an unsportsmanlike from Cote. Wasn't really playing the ball. Watch this. Woo! No, he was, but he kind of raked down hard on his shoulder and caught him in the face a little bit. Kabange, this is the first one. So timeout on the court, and Cote d'Ivoire getting closer and closer to signing off with a big win. But they'd like to get as many points as they can.
Remise en jeu comme d'habitude. Remise en jeu comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude. OK? La chose que je veux qu'on comprenne, c'est que 2 minutes, on raisonne à plus 2. OK? Si on marque, on ne doit pas en casser. OK? Ça suffit ça. Si on marque, on ne doit pas en casser. Et on fait 6-0.
39% from three-point range, 11 threes.
Okay, here are the 2 teams. Let's try. In offense, call 1 again. Let's see, do they deny? If they deny 5 before you go. Gabi gets the ball side. Dylan gets the ball. 1 in your line. Make a fucking hand up. Don't go immediately. Make come on the offense.
Apologies, guys, for the language. Sometimes it picks it up over the courtside mic, or as we're also listening in on the timeouts. There's Diabate coming out, and quite simply, they just need to get points. They need points. They've got to try to get it to add up. Their combined margin of victory of 65 or 66 points. so they can leapfrog Cameroon, get that last qualifying place. Diabate. Eddie, the quick pass. Ajehi turns and scores. The lead is 27. And now the hustle, the harassment, and Diabate comes up with a steal. Cabe was a little too hard. Diabate to Fofana, surrounded. Back outside to Cabe. Eddie from the left corner, that was short. Cote comes in for Ajehi. Good D again, and they force the turnover. And Fofana goes up and scores again. Now it's 29 points, the lead. And again, another turnover they force. Cabe dribbles ahead. Oh, great block from behind by Hagem Mentwari. Fofana for three. Go! 87-55. They've really turned it on here in the last minute and a half. Dreams of getting to the World Cup. Look at this. Fofana can taste it. Eddie can taste it. All of them in this Cote d'Ivoire team, they came here on a mission. And that big win over Nigeria, coupled with this one, is putting them in really good position heading into tomorrow's game against Mali.
You are here. He's here. So you have an angle. No. You are here. He is here. There is no angle. Guys, don't look. Get out. There you. You have to move here. Okay. You have to move.
Just seeing the scenes in that timeout of Rwanda, that would not give Cameroon much comfort, knowing that their fate rests in the performance of Rwanda and also tomorrow against Mali. Whereas this Cote d'Ivoire team knows they've got to take advantage. They've got more experience in their team, clearly, and more talent. But they've got to make the most of it. They've got to get that points differential up as much as they can. Pass inside, blocked, Kabenge. Now Cabe avoids the defense. Oh, he almost traveled, passes it back to Cote. Diabate is trying to throw it to Cote. And the ball went out of bounds. Throw it away again, and it goes back over. Boy, this is very difficult viewing for Cameroon fans. Never mind the Rwanda fans. The Cameroonians that are trying to get to the World Cup, and this isn't helping them. Cave Back to Diabate. Puts it up from deep off the rim. .32 points the advantage right now. Look at Zerbo leaning over and Najehi watching proceedings. Schamer looked like he was walking, then Cote almost took it away. And Kabange goes up and makes the shot and is fouled. And the foul called on Fofana. Rattles it in. 87-58. 29-point lead. Cave for three. And that was taken early, so that gives Rwanda another chance. And they take advantage. 87-60. One more chance here for Gaetti. Nope, Cave will take it. And that's how it finishes. Well, they let 5 points get whittled off that final margin of victory to 27. So that means right now they're up plus 53 heading into tomorrow with their margin. It's 87-60 Cote d'Ivoire win over Rwanda. Well, Fofana's played hard, hasn't he? Done a good job tonight. I think he's got 21 points. We'll wait and see the final stats. Well, we'll go back. I don't know if they'll sleep well tonight or if they'll have a restless night ahead of tomorrow, but Cote d'Ivoire win it 87-60. You can look at the numbers. The three-point shooting was huge. 11 more made three-pointers. 10 more assists. 4 more steals, 5 more rebounds. So they pretty much won all the statistical categories. And it all sets it up for an exciting tomorrow for Cote d'Ivoire fans. Fofana led the way with 21 points. Cote was solid with 10 rebounds. Ajay, he had the 2 blocks coming off the bench. Keb, 5 steals. And it's a shame that Diabate has the most turnovers because I think overall he's a pretty solid performer in all respects. Always trying to set up his teammates. Fofana, Keb, and Ajayi. And I'm not sure because we had that issue with the stats on Pamba's scoring, but I could have sworn he was up around 15 points as well. That was 3 for Pamba there. Ajayi scored down low. So just as you watch this, remember, so what happens tomorrow? Cote d'Ivoire will play the last game of the day against Mali. And because they've won this game by 27 points and they've beaten Nigeria by 26, That means that right now, just going to double check something. Yep, so heading into tomorrow, their combined margin of victory over the first two games is plus 53. And remember, when they take on Mali, they need to get that plus combined margin of victory all the way up to 65 or 66 points. They got 87 points tonight, plus you add, so 87 tonight, and they had 72 yesterday. No, excuse me, they had 72 yesterday. It's 159, so 159. So I'm thinking I think they're going to score under 267 points. That's my prediction, because they'd have to score well over 100 tomorrow against Mali. So that means well, just know that they're coming into tomorrow looking like they need to have 65 or 66 points. Those are the standings. They're in third place right now at 6-5. So yeah, they're going to finish with under 294 points. So they're going to have to get 66 points. A 66-point margin at least. So they need plus 13 more on their margin. So what kind of game is Mali going to have when they come out? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, and Cameroon will have to wait and see, and the Cote d'Ivoire fans will have to wait and see. But as long as Cote d'Ivoire come out and play like they have the first two nights, it's hard to see them not accomplishing their mission of getting to the World Cup. Thanks for watching, everybody.